Hello everyone, welcome to the Global Creative Project tutorial for the month of July 2022. I'm Barb Mullican with barbstamps.com, and the bundles or sets that we're using this month are the He's All That bundle or the Brewed For You stamp set. So I've chosen to use the He's All That bundle along with the Timber 3D embossing folder, and the paper that is part of this suite is called He's the Man's Specialty Designer Series paper. I have a little cheat sheet here that shows you the different papers that come in the set, and they are these 10 different patterns here. Plus you get 2 sheets of these fun die cuts. You can sort of see I've got some that I've already used. I've got some in a little plastic sleeve in here, and then you can see there's just a ton of these fun little die cuts. Now I've chosen to use this little one here on my project for today, and I measured this because I wanted to layer it on a piece of coordinating cardstock. So I measured it and came up with this piece of Cajun Craze that measures 1 3/4 by 2 3/8. We also have 3 other patterns of the Designer Series paper. We have a 1 1/4 by 4 of this pattern, a 2 1/4 by 4 of this pattern, and then a 2 3/4 by 4 of this pattern here. I've also gotten another couple of die cuts from the die set. So the die set has 10 dies, and there's some pretty fun dies in here. This circle can go ahead and cut out either one of those. We've got this small oval that can do the Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. We've got this long kind of rectangle label that can do that, or of course the car. We've got this fun label here. This could do the car. And then we've got a few banners, and then this fun little design here along with this skinny banner that can go over the stamp here. So there's a lot of fun dies in this die set. And I have gone ahead and cropped out 2 of them out of early espresso cardstock. And then I have a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of Cajun Craze, and I have run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the Timber 3D embossing folder. And that is how I have this fun pattern here. And then this is my card base. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of early espresso, and we're going to mount everything on that. I also have a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of Sahara sand, and I'm going to bring my trimmer in, and we're going to do some scoring on this. So as I said, this is a 4 1/4 by 11, so I'm going to slide this into my trimmer with the long end at the top, and we are going to start scoring at 1 1/2 inches. Right, then we're going to slide this over to 3 inches and score again. And then we're going to go to 5 1/2. And then finally we will pull the extendable arm out, and we will go to 8. And then we are done with our scoring. So then we just need to fold this back and forth kind of like an accordion. So we're going to end up with something that looks like this. And I'm going to bring my bone folder. I just want to make sure that we have even edges at the top and bottom, and then we can go ahead and burnish those down. There we go. So everything is nice and flat, and then we can open that up and we can add our pieces of Designer Series paper. So I'm going to have one here, and one here. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I think I'll just add some glue to the back of all 3 of these pieces. And then we'll just add them to the sections where they fit. So we've got the back section here. There we go. And then we can bring our Cajun Craze diagonal stripe into the center area here. And then our final piece will go on what will kind of be the front. Okay. And again, we can fold that up, press that into place. I also have another piece of cardstock here. This is a piece of Very Vanilla, and this measures 2 1/4 by 4. It's the same as this piece of Designer Series paper here, and we're going to end up gluing that in right there. But I did want to stamp a couple of things on it from the stamp set. So I have the man who does everything, and then what does this one say? This one says, wishing you a happy Father's Day. So we're going to do this in 2 different colors. I'm going to do the Father's Day sentiment in some early espresso ink at the bottom portion of this layer. We'll try to center this best we can. There we go. And then we're going to stamp the other sentiment in the Cajun Craze. So we'll get that inked up, and we'll stamp that above our other one. There we go. And then we can go ahead and glue that layer into our fun fold here. And we'll just get that right in here, lining it up on all sides. And I'm going to flip that over and press it into place just in case my ink is still wet. I don't want to get any ink on anything else. So there, we still have that done. And then on this fun panel here, I wanted to add this little doohickey along with this little pointed banner. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue to that. And I'm just going to set that right up here at the top. And then this little guy, I'm just going to add some glue very, very sparingly on these detailed sections here. There we go. And we're going to just add that right down here in the corner. Try to center that as best we can. There we go. I mean, when I say center, I mean so it's nice and straight. That's what I actually meant. All right. And then we have our fun little piece here. The die cut that came out of the paper, and then our coordinating layer of cardstock. So I'm going to add these two together. So we'll just have a pretty thin border all the way around. There we go. And then I did cut a little snippet of ribbon off of our Early Espresso polyester ribbon. It's a perfect ribbon for this collection. And I'm just going to fold that in half. And then I'm going to add it to the back of this piece here, just as another little fun detail. And I'm just going to add it with some Scotch tape. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and stick it on the front here. So I'm only going to put adhesive on the back of this. Actually, I'm going to use dimensionals since my little piece of ribbon is kind of bulky. I don't want to add any extra bulk if I can avoid it. So I'm going to snip myself off a little section here from my mini dimensionals just so I can get that area right there above the ribbon. Peel off those backing pieces. And then we'll just go ahead and try to center this from top to bottom. And then just get that on there. There we go. Now this layer of the wood grain, the timber embossed layer, is going to go right onto our quarter sheet of cardstock here. And we'll just try to center that as best we can there. There we go. All right, and then we're going to attach our whole little zigzag piece here by the back of this panel here. So we'll just go ahead and add our glue, and I'm going to try to get it, you know, mostly to the edge if I can. I didn't put a whole lot of glue on there, but, you know, enough. And then we're just going to come down. I'm going to have to move this slightly out of frame so that I can actually see with my eyeballs where to center this. And I think that is about right. So now I'm going to go ahead and open that up and then just sort of adjust this slightly. There we go. Okay, and then we have that. So we can go ahead and burnish that down once again. try to help it stay closed. There we go. And then I am also going to add some fun little dots. These are our rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. And I'm going to add a few of these just kind of randomly to some of these spaces. I'm going to add one right here between my grilling tools where they kind of come together. There we go, like that. And then I've got a couple of the small ones here that I might go ahead and just add to the bottom of this layer. Give that a little bit of interest. And then I might go ahead and add a couple up here also. There we go. So now we have quite a bit of interest on our card. All right, and there we have it. A fun accordion card for that man in your life. Thank you so much for watching. You can purchase your supplies if you're in the US from my store at shoppingwithbarb.com. And you can check me out on my blog at barbstamps.com. Thanks again and have a fantastic day.